In this video, I'm going to talk about two things on manifestation. Number one, the feeling, how to focus on the feeling. We're going to talk about decoupling. And that's just a term you can use by Brendan Manifesting, who I took that term from. And number two, deliberate imaginal action. This is kind of close to what Abraham Hicks says by deliberate creation. This stuff doesn't happen on accident. Like, stuff that you manifest doesn't happen on accident. You are the operant power. The human imagination doesn't operate itself. You operate it. Okay? You can't expect nature or just growing and living life and having your desires just come to you. It doesn't happen like that. Okay? It doesn't happen like that. Through some process of evolution, it does not happen like that. It happens within, without. Interactions become physical actions, or inner images become physical images. All right? Now, if you're ready to learn and apply, stay. If you're not ready to learn and apply, do not stay, because it will not benefit you. I want this to benefit you. Okay? And let's see how long this takes, because lately my videos been pretty long, but they're very, very beneficial to you. Okay. Let's get started. Focus on the feeling. And I'm going to start with a story and then go over how this is very important. Okay. How it's linked to the story. And this is very good for people who are trying to manifest. No, not trying. You don't try to manifest. You manifest. Okay. There is no try. There's only being. Okay. It's about manifesting a specific person. Okay. So a specific romantic partner. Okay, you can manifest somebody who's not a romantic partner. Maybe a friend that you want to see, a celebrity you want to meet, what have you. Okay, check this out. Quote: "After your last lecture, I spoke to you of this situation. Although I had plenty of other dates, I could not forget this one man. Your lecture was based on revising our day, and after speaking to you, I determined to revise my day every day. Before going to sleep that night, I felt I was in a different bed, in my own home, as a married woman, and not as a single working girl, sharing an apartment with 3 other girls. I twisted an imaginary wedding band on my imaginary left hand, saying over and over to myself, 'This is wonderful. I really am Mrs. J.E.' And I fell asleep in what was a moment before a waking dream. I repeated this imaginary scene for 1 month, night after night. Living in the feeling." Hold on. Okay, yeah. "I repeated this imaginary scene for 1 month, night after night. The first week in October, he found me." And she put quotations in found. "On our second date, I knew my dreams were rightly placed. Your teaching tells us to live in the end of our desire until the desire becomes fact. So although I did not know how he felt toward me, I continued night after night, living in the feeling of my dream realized. The results? In November, he proposed. In January, we announced our engagement. And the following May, we were married. The loveliest part of it all, however, is that I am happier than I ever dreamed possible. And I know in my heart, he is too." End quote. That story is amazing. And I just thought about a specific somebody who it's not a specific somebody because I never really forcefully tried to manifest her, but she's in my life, and she came into my life because of the things that I've been affirming, such as I'm worthy of deep, passionate love. Um, I am a leader. I'm a masculine man. I communicate well, so I'm communicating well with her. Um, and then, like, just imagining in my mind the things that we would do. Like, if I'm going on a date with her, I would see myself in the date, enjoying the conversation, and then going back to my apartment, and then having sex, right? So as I'm doing this in my imagination, and then I open my eyes and I come back to the physical reality, then my imaginal reality, my inner reality, then is unfolded. Okay. You can do this with sales. You can do this with anything that you're about to take on. Like if you're gonna do a competition, you can see the end of the competition as you winning, or maybe if it's just a game, or whatever it is, you see yourself winning at the end of that game or that sports, whatever it is. Okay, because you see the end, and then you're telling your subconscious mind, "This is what I want," and then you get it. The key is to stay in the feeling of having it. Okay, feeling, and you know you have it when either you feel relief or you don't feel anything at all. Because when you're nervous or you're in a state of lack, like you're like kind of like not happy that you don't have it. Like if you see your gym crush, and you're like, ah, fuck, like, damn, I wish she was mine. Or if if you're a girl watching this, oh, I wish he was mine, I wish he was my boyfriend, and you're like, fuck. But you have to remember, you don't try to manifest, you manifest. It's about, you don't try, you be. Don't try, be. So this woman in the story, she was being the married woman for every single day for months, night after night. She said night after night a lot. And when she saw him again, she didn't say she was imagining, but she said she, quote, I did not know how he felt toward me. I continued night after night, living in the feeling of my dream realized. So she focused on feeling that it was already done. So because all those nights she had done the imaginal act, she knew what the feeling was. So whatever the feeling was, like it was an accomplished fact, she used that feeling every night before she went off to bed. Maybe she did imagine. I wouldn't doubt it that she ran the imaginal act, and I felt it to be true. Remember, feeling precedes manifestation, and you can only get a feeling if you are affirming something. If you're affirming something, if you're imagining something, if you're making an assumption, you're doing an imaginal act. Okay, it must manifest. Just like with the girl who I manifested, she it had to happen. It had to happen that way. So when I did this, it wasn't a specific person that I was manifesting. Yeah, you can still see me. Yes. But it was a specific action. It was a specific action. And yeah, it was a specific imaginal action. Okay. So in the story, the woman used the decoupling method because she says she focused on the feeling of her dream realized. This is what Brendan Manifesting shares. This is what Neville Goddard shares. Focus on the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Carry it like an aroma. What's the feeling? I like to do like 30 seconds of it. I don't even hit 30 seconds, but my goal now is 30 seconds. I talked about this before when you can run your imaginal act 30 times. But it's not just about the imaginal act, it's about the feeling. So I get the feeling. And then recently, right, these couple of days, I've been getting the feeling and then counting one. One, two, right? After I run the act, I see the act, the imaginal act of me having my desire fulfilled, get the feeling, and then run the feeling. And for me, a lot of it has to do with love, like specific people or intimacy and money. Okay, for you it might be health. Right now you're like you just want to get healthy. You're sick right now. You're like, oh man, I just want to be healthy. I want to be able to do X, Y, Z. I want to be around my family. I want to go out. Um, so health is on your priority, or maybe it's finding happiness. How can I feel more fulfilled? How can I be more happy? You know, just affirming it. Like, how do I feel now that I'm happy? How do I feel now that, or say I'm happy 20 times, record it, bang, 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 bang. Like, right now I took a nap after I had lunch. Today's Sunday. Sundays are my rest days. I like to rest and just meditate, read, just really relax. And I I took a nap, listened to my audios, my affirmations, and just took a nap. Listened to it over and over again. I made sure it was a 15-minute one, but and then when the 15-minute finished, I was like, man, I want to keep listening to it. Like, I just want to keep listening to it, so I fell asleep for like 45 minutes listening to it, and it does hit your subconscious mind. It does hit your subconscious mind. I've seen results with these audios. I don't know why I don't do them often, but I know why I don't do it often. I love using the affirmation and like running the scene in my mind. But I'm going to do it today. Lately, I haven't been as enthusiastic to run my imaginal acts because I feel like I have them already. I feel like I have everything. Like, I just get more of what I already have. I'm just getting more of what I already have now. Like, I don't have to worry about money. Like, I can buy everything that I want. Like food. I have food. Clothes. I have clothes. I could buy Ferragamo shoes, Ferragamo belts, but like, I'm rich. I don't need to look rich. Here's the thing that's gonna help you with manifesting, and it has to do with feeling. Be rich. Don't try to look rich. Feel rich. Be with that specific person. Feel like you're with that specific person. Don't look like you're with that specific person. Okay? Don't look like it. Feel it. Be it. And then you'll look like it and do it. On autopilot. This shit happens on autopilot. You only do what you think you're worthy of. And you're worthy of that self-concept that you see yourself. Until you feel worthy or you have matched that self-concept, you will not have it. Or you will lose it. You'll get it, but you will lose it. You know what I'm saying? It starts with your beliefs. What are you saying? And what are you imagining? Okay, what are you saying? And what are you imagining? Okay, with the beliefs, just repeat them. With the imaginal acts, I like imagining because it happened right away. Happens right away. With the person that I manifested, who I love her. She's me pushed out. She's me pushed out. It happens so effortlessly. Like, I told her, hey, let's go work out, and she's like, okay. We worked out, and then we I was like, hey, let's go hiking. We did go hiking. We're like, let's go hiking. Let's go on a night hike because she couldn't do a morning hike. I want to go on a morning hike. That's how I liked it, because I wanted to go on a morning hike with her. And it's not really sexual. Morning hikes are not sexual or anything like that. It's like you just want to spend time with her. And I still would have tried to pull her back to my apartment. I still would have done it, but it's like more nonchalant. Like, it's not like that. Not serious, I think there's like an expectation if you're out with a girl at night, like, yeah, like, let's go back to my place, right? At the end. If you play your cards right, she'll go with you. If you know. So a lot of things. Cards right means see the end and be in a positive vibe, see the end, be in a positive vibe. So maybe you don't even need to be in a positive vibe. You'll still get it if you have the imaginal act done. Imagination, I like to say imagination overrides belief. Imagination overrides belief because everything is imagination. Everything is awareness. I like to give you the example of Amarillo Locker Jr. when he first started learning how to manifest. He was challenged by Neville Goddard. He told him, hey man, get a little piece of paper, write, I will not walk up a ladder. But in morning, midday, and night, I don't quote me on that. But I think it's just at nighttime. Before you go to sleep, imagine yourself walking up a ladder. Feel your hands holding a ladder and then walk up the ladder. Feel your feet tapping the ladder and walk up the ladder. Just walk up it. And he's like, man, I'm gonna prove this guy fraud. He ends up walking up the ladder. His parents call him up, and his mom says, hey, I'll help your dad up on the roof. And he had to climb the ladder. That's how the universe works. It makes it like so like, you gotta do it, bro. You gotta do it, you know? Like with this girl, she's Mexican, works out. Enough said. You know, tracks her macros. Enough said. Enough said. So your belief doesn't matter, because imagination creates reality. Your belief doesn't matter because imagination creates reality, and that's a law. We create little laws about us. Like I can say, when I wear red, I get money. When I wear red, money, I just find money on the floor, right? I'm staying to the positive, okay? You're on the positive fucking frequency. That's why you're on my fucking channel. Or I can say, whenever I look out to the sky, oh, what the fuck? No, something positive, right? Whenever I look up to the sky, I get a DM from a baddie, right? I'm gonna rinse my mouth real quick. I don't let my dog lick my face or lick me because he licks piss. Dogs lick piss. Dogs lick piss and other dogs poop. Alright. So I just rinsed my mouth with soap. Now my mouth tastes soapy. Alright, hey guys, sit down. Alright, so those are beliefs that I could create. You know, if you look at society, there's a lot of like negative ones. I'm not gonna rip them off, but you can think of one, and those are the ones that people have. So you can just say it's not true for you. And every time it comes up like a negative thought, it's not true for me. But going back to the imaginal acts or imagination, it will show up. Like that with him, it showed up. Back then, before I knew how to manifest, there was this girl who didn't let me sleep with her. Although we went out like to the park, we studied together, all these things, you would think she was into me and would let me, but she wouldn't. Machi, stop. Shh. And years later, we caught up, and I thought, okay, well, we're just gonna catch up as friends. Nothing serious is gonna happen. So we're going to Machi. So we're going to just eat. And I was kind of like bummed out because I didn't believe it and anything was going to happen. And I wasn't going to try it because I had tried years ago. So this is just a friendly thing. I'm like, it's just a friendly thing. And I'm just going to have, lunch or whatever it was, dinner. I'm just going to have dinner. But we didn't even get to dinner. She came over to my apartment and she's like, hey, let me come in. I said, okay, cool. Actually, I told her, hey, just wait on my couch because I need to brush my teeth. And she's like, no, let me go to your room. I'm like, all right, cool. She went to my room. And I went to brush my teeth, came back. We were in the room. You know what happened in the room. And I didn't believe it. But I was imagining that before. We all do this. I think we all do this. I think we all imagine. But we're so inculcated with the idea that we have to work hard and dreams are not real. They're just like some ephemeral things, intangible things. Are just kind of like, what's the word? Unsubstantial, unimportant. They're really important. Really fucking important. That's where we create. Where do you think the camera phone came from? Laptops, computers, Wi-Fi, cars, spaceships, space stations, technology for medicine, for surgeries and things like that. Imagination. I went like this, but imagination is not physical. You close your eyes and you can imagine yourself somewhere else. Imagination, your self-concept, your awareness is not limited to time and space. Your awareness, your self-concept is not limited to time and space. That's why you must feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled now. Because imagination has no limits. There is no time and space. There is no such thing as getting too hard or too easy or too big, too small. The only time you'll have that is when you start comparing. Right now you can imagine a skyscraper and there's nothing next to it. Okay, does it mean that it's big or does it mean that it's small? You give it the meaning. Okay? You could put a whole solar system next to that skyscraper. Now it's small. Or you could put a little bird next to it. Now it's big. Or you can just obliterate everything in your imagination, just see darkness or whiteness, and see yourself now in like a heaven-like state where, like you see clouds and it's very bright and white and blue, And you can imagine yourself put a bed on there and be with your specific person and make love to that specific person. Guess what? It's gonna fucking manifest. I love irrational manifesting because it manifests. There's an irrational way that I like to receive money. I pretend that money is just flying to me wherever I'm at. It's just flying to me, or that I'm floating on an ocean of money. I got the ocean of money practice from Neville Goddard. One of his students shared a story about that. She told him, I just closed my eyes and imagined that I was in a sea of money. I was floating in a sea of money. And then she ended up paying for whatever she had to pay for. Irrational imagination. Imagination sounds irrational because it is. Imagination is irrational, okay? But it's what creates reality. So physical reality is irrational. Oh my God, I'm getting really, really excited. I'm getting really giddy about this. I need to calm down. Calm down. Not that it's not a bad thing, but I like to be just calm. Calmness. Calmness is a place to be. Especially because, at least for me, I like to be calm because I'm a masculine man. Part of my duties as a masculine man is to be grounded, to lead my woman or women, make them feel safe, make them feel okay to be sensitive. It's okay to be caring. It's okay to be emotional. A lot of times when a woman is telling you like, oh, I'm so angry, or I'm so tired, or like I'm sad, they just want to make sure that they can do that around you. Okay, but I digress. Okay. And here's the second part, which is about deliberate creation. Here's what Neville Goddard says. Quote, common sense would have used images supplied by her memory and thereby perpetuated the fact of lack in her life. Imagination created what she desired out of a dream of fancy. Everyone must live wholly on the level of imagination, and it must be consciously and deliberately undertaken. If our time of revision be well spent, we need not worry about results. Our fondest hopes will be realized. There is no inevitable permanence in anything. Both past and present continue to exist only because they are sustained by imagining on some level or other. And a radical transformation of life is always possible by man revising the undesirable part of it. End quote. I'm going to highlight that part as well because I only highlighted like half of that, but it made sense to say it. And here's a quote by William Shakespeare. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies that apprehend more than cool reason over comprehends. I'll repeat that again. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies that apprehend more than cool reason over comprehends. See, the passionate lover and madman create such fancies, right? Such imaginal acts that they comprehend how reality works, because then they end up getting it. Versus the cool, like reason, like the logical mind would ever get, because it overthinks, it overthinks things like, what if, man, shut the F up. You don't try, you don't do, you be. Then you try and do. You be first. But the try and do becomes effortless. Like I said, how I manifested this specific person. And I keep saying specific person. It's a person, okay? And then I ended up, then I started using specific results with the person by imagining the results that I wanted, like before the date, right? I would see the result before the date. Hey, Machi, stop. And yeah, you have to operate your imaginal acts. Okay, you have to do it. You may not like it at first, but sometimes I don't like it. I don't want to do it sometimes. I'm such in a high vibe. I'm so like high vibe all the time that I don't want to do it. I'm just like, I got everything, But then I do desire. So I'm like, let's riff it off. And it's also habitual, For me, it's habitual already. I have my routine. So create a routine. I do it in the morning at midday. I riff off my affirmations and my affirmations and imaginal act. I have an affirmation, and then I have a imaginal act that I do. The person, the location, somebody says something. Some of them are irrational, like the money one. The money one is irrational. I got that one from Neville Goddard. One of the money magnet was obvious. I just imagine money just coming to me, and then I added the other one where then I just get so engulfed in money that it becomes a sea of money. Yeah, okay. Life is amazing. You are responsible for the deliberate actions of your imagination. No one is going to come and use your imagination for you. Nobody. Okay. Your world is you pushed out. Your physical world is you pushed out. Love everyone. Be grateful for everyone. If there's something, like Neville Goddard said, if there's something that you don't like, change it. Know that you don't like it, change the opposite. Okay. That just helped me manifest something right now. I'm like, oh, I know what I want to manifest. Not that I hate something. I prefer something a little bit more. I want to experience a little bit more. Yeah, I hope you liked this one. I don't know how long this one went, but I hope you liked it. If you have any comments, comment below. If you have any questions, ask me the questions. That way, people can learn. I can learn. And we all just achieve our dreams. Okay, we achieve our dreams over and over again. I've manifested my dreams over and over again, and it's my purpose to teach you. And yeah, so these videos are here for you. If you want books on manifesting, click the description below. You'll see my author's link and my Medium link also. And I have coaching. If you want me to coach you, be it manifesting, whatever it is you want to manifest, I can help you. And yeah, we'll move forward. Okay, we'll move forward. And until next time. All right. I'm a little tired, but I'm gonna get my vibe up. I'm gonna go walk right now. And until next time, I love you. Peace.